Seems like everybody's talking about ChatGPT. That's the artificial intelligence bot that can answer questions with human-like responses. It may or may not be the end of the world as we know it. I'll offer some perspective and show you how it works on Steve's Tech Talk. There are several chatbots out there, all of them striving to answer questions like a human. First, there was ChatGPT. It was the fastest growing web platform ever. In January, it had over 100 million users. Then, Microsoft embraced the idea and licensed GPT for inclusion in Bing, its little-used search engine. Not to be left behind, Google followed suit with Bard. Although the goal of all three is similar, they use different methods for their queries. Entering the same search in each platform will likely result in 3 different answers. Now, you may wonder, what's the big deal? We already use computers to answer questions.
Hey Siri, what's the weather going to be like today?
Expect some clear skies today. Daytime temperatures will hover around 75 degrees.
And when we enter a search in Google, we get a whole list of web pages that might hold the answer. What's different about these bots is that they take all the information available on the internet and synthesize an answer. Look what happens when I ask ChatGPT to write a story about itself. It created a story that tells us ChatGPT has already revolutionized the way we interact with technology, enabling us to communicate with machines in a way that was previously unimaginable. That's pretty amazing. In 45 seconds, it wrote my whole story. Granted, it doesn't tell it the same way I would, but it does utilize a lot of the information it took me hours to generate using traditional web searches. It even cautions that these web bots may negatively impact our society, warning us they will be used to spread disinformation and to automate jobs currently performed by humans. One of the problems with these bots is they can't differentiate fact from fiction, so their answers may or may not be accurate. Some disgruntled Google employees called Bard cringeworthy and a pathological liar. Google's CEO says artificial intelligence will be as good or as evil as human nature allows. These bots are already disrupting education. Look what happens when I ask it to write an essay about Moby Dick. It tells us, at its core, Moby Dick is a story about the destructive nature of revenge. I wish I'd written that in my high school book report. After using it for a little bit, I can tell you it's addictive, and it has definitely changed the way I do research. Right now, using one of these free chatbots does take a little effort. At the ChatGPT website, it tells us you need to create an account to use it. Microsoft also requires an account, and then you need to download their standalone Edge browser. Google's still beta testing Bard, so you have to join a wait list. But I received an invitation within a few hours. Since this report is about chatbots, I thought I'd give them the last word. In the story ChatGPT wrote, it concludes, despite these concerns, the potential for ChatGPT and other language models like it is enormous. For Great Day TV, I'm Steve Sweitzer.